Hi, I'm Emma from Massachusetts. Please like and subscribe because we will give $1,000 to one lucky person in the coming 7 days. I've had trouble making friends for as long as I can remember. Every time I talked to someone, I'd start having a panic attack. At school, I'd never say a word to anyone and pray they'd leave me alone. But that didn't go too well.
How come Emma doesn't talk?
Is she dumb? Luckily, I had my books to keep me company, even though I didn't have anyone to play with. I had an insanely high IQ, and I could read up to 50 novels in a day. One time I was in our living room, but I didn't know my parents had invited their friends over. I started reciting poetry for 10 minutes straight, and when I was done, I saw the guests were standing behind me, and they went crazy. Child's a genius. Her parents must be so proud. I was super startled and decided to lock myself in the closet until those awful guests were gone. My parents thought my reaction was a little extreme though. Because of it, they took me to a therapist, but I didn't get any official diagnosis. The doctor just said I was a shy kid and it probably had to do with me being gifted. My brain simply worked differently. One day when I was 15, a family moved in next door. As soon as they came with their moving van, the cutest guy I'd ever seen came out. He was around my age and had the build of a Greek god. I started hyperventilating, and that's when he saw me and smiled. Hey there. Is everything okay? Of course everything's okay. Why wouldn't it be okay? Do you need help with your bags? Are they too heavy? Not that I don't think you're strong enough to carry them.
Dear God, shut up, Emma.
Okay, how about you take a deep breath and show me around the neighborhood after I help my parents? Did he just ask me out? An hour later, the boy and I went out on a walk. I found out his name was Wyatt, and he was really sweet, which helped me feel less shy. But sadly, Wyatt didn't flirt with me at all, and I was pretty sure I didn't have a chance with him. Still, from that day on, we became good friends. I enjoyed his company, but sometimes felt out of place being with Wyatt. He knew a million people, and everywhere we went, girls would moon over him. I couldn't help having feelings for him, even though I knew he'd never go out with me. Then one day, Wyatt gave me some news. He was transferring to my school for 9th grade. Wow, I guess we'll have a new school heartthrob. I mean, it'll be fun to go to the same school.
How do we stuff Reese's peanut butter, pretzels, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate into Reese's Take 5?
Wait a minute. How do we do it?
I'm tired of being left off company email. Can someone tell me how we do it? Reese's.
Oh my God, Percy! Stick together though, right? Sure, but I want to hang out with the popular kids too, so we can't be together 24/7. You can make friends with other geniuses, right? I felt stupid after Wyatt said that, and it made me all the more nervous for my first day of 9th grade. I walked towards the school building when suddenly I slipped and fell sideways into a muddy ditch. As I screamed for help, a gorgeous girl in designer clothes walked over and pulled me out. Wow, you saved me. Thank you. Ew, don't make me regret helping you. And wow, your high school career is not off to the best start. It's only the first day though, right? I could turn things around. I'll believe it when I see it, girl. The girl then walked away. I stepped into the hallway looking for the bathroom, and I could feel everyone staring at me. And then I saw Wyatt walking towards me with 2 other guys. I ran over to him to say hi, but when I did, he looked at me in disgust. Whoa, you're covered in mud. What happened? Just a little accident on the way here. I was wondering if you wanted to walk to class together. Thanks, but I think I'm gonna walk with... Suddenly, Wyatt stopped talking and his eyes got huge. I turned around to see a group of girls along with the one who rescued me from the ditch. Wow, it's you. It's so good to see you again. Oh my God. Have you not heard of soap and water? I'm literally begging you to walk out the door, go home, and shower. Don't worry, Gianna. We have her covered. At that second, Gianna's friends all took out perfume bottles and started spraying and chasing me. I started coughing and pushing them away. What are you doing? Get away from me. Wyatt, tell them to leave me alone. But when I turned to look at Wyatt, he was on his knees and holding Gianna's hand. Please, go out with me. I'll do whatever you want. I'll massage your feet. I'll steal my parents' credit card and buy you a Mercedes. Oh, what are you doing? It's fine, Mud Girl. He's only the 4th guy to make me those offers today. Gianna walked off with her minions, and I felt so mad at Wyatt.
Why hadn't he defended me when those girls had tried to attack me? I was also jealous that he had hit on Gianna. But as the school day went on, I discovered Wyatt was only 1 out of 100 boys that liked her. Apparently, she was the school queen bee, and everyone literally treated her like royalty. One time, a billionaire jock professed his love to Gianna in skywriting. Another time, she got surgery and had to wear an eye patch, and every girl in school also bought an eye patch to wear the next day. She was something else. Later that week, I walked into my fancy advanced math class with Wyatt. He was also in my class since he was older than me. Then suddenly, I found Gianna sitting by my seat. Hey, Mud Girl. I hope you don't mind me calling you Mud Girl. I've decided that's my new nickname for you. Okay. Also, are you in my class now? I got moved up to accelerated math, hun. What, just because I'm popular means I can't be smart? Of course not. Just because people think popular girls are dumb bimbos, not that you're a dumb bimbo. I mean,
Wow, you talk a lot. Listen, I want to apologize about my friends attacking you. They're sort of like my bodyguard since I'm practically a celebrity here. It's always hard being in the spotlight. Before I could answer, Wyatt leaned onto Gianna's desk, starry-eyed. You're in the same class as me now? It's obvious that fate brought us.
Wyatt was so busy fawning over Gianna that he hadn't realized our teacher had passed back his test with an F on it. And at the end of class, the teacher told him that he was failing, and she suggested I tutor him. Was this my chance to win him over? I asked Wyatt if he needed my help, but he had another idea in mind.
Can't I just copy off your homework? I'm not sure. I guess you could come over after school and we could compare answers? Nah, I'll just borrow your notebook at lunch and then give it back to you later.
Wyatt then just walked off without even saying thank you. And that's when I saw Gianna standing next to me.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna let that jerk copy your homework? Why would you let him walk all over you like that? Is it because you like him?
Who said I like him? We've been neighbors and friends since forever. Of course I don't like him. And he doesn't like me.
Of course he doesn't like you. 'Cause you're a pushover who does whatever anyone tells you to do.
I'm sure I could win Wyatt over if I wanted to. I could get dolled up and look super hot, and then he'd fall head over heels for me.
Oh, please. I'm having a party this weekend that everyone's coming to. Why don't you come? You won't be able to win over Wyatt, even if you tried.
At that moment, something inside me snapped. Who was Gianna to say that? Just because I wasn't as perfect and pretty as her didn't mean I didn't have what it took. I was going to prove her wrong. I got super dressed up for her party, and the second I walked in, everyone turned towards me, shocked.
Gee, Mud Girl, I almost didn't recognize you.
Well, it's me, and FYI, my name is Emma.
Okay, Emma. Good luck with Wyatt. I'll just sit back and enjoy watching you fail.
Ugh, she was such a witch. An hour in, a slow song started to play, and I knew it was my chance. Wyatt was trying to dance with Gianna, who was ignoring him, and I walked up to him anyway. But just then, all the lights went out, and suddenly, I acted on impulse and decided to kiss Wyatt. I grabbed his face and kissed him fiercely. And God, it felt magical and so meant to be. Then suddenly, the lights flashed back on, and I almost had a heart attack. My arms were around Gianna instead of Wyatt. I had kissed her. My heart started beating like crazy. I expected her to slap me across the face, but instead, she just looked at me shocked and ran away. I went home right after that, completely forgetting about Wyatt. I couldn't stop thinking about my kiss with Gianna. Then the next day at school, something weird started to happen. Everywhere I went, I caught Gianna staring at me, blushing. Then in math class, she walked by my desk, brushing her hand against mine, and I was shocked to feel my heart race. What was happening? At the end of the school day, I was walking by my locker when I saw Gianna leaning against it.
How did you know, Emma?
How did I know what? How did you know that? I'm gay. I didn't know. I thought I was kissing Wyatt during the blackout. Suddenly, Gianna pulled me close to her, and I couldn't help noticing her gorgeous green eyes.
I really like you. That's why I got mad that you were into Wyatt. I was jealous. It's also why I teased you so much. But no one can know about this. We have to date secretly. I'm not ready to come out quite yet.
Wait, Gianna wanted to date me? My head started spinning. I was kinda attracted to Gianna, but I still wanted to be with Wyatt. Then I had an idea. I could hang out with Gianna to become popular, then Wyatt would finally fall in love with me. I immediately agreed to date Gianna secretly, but the next few weeks, things got complicated. Gianna and I started getting really close. She took me on a shopping spree, gave me a makeover, and I became super popular. Before I knew it, people started worshiping me the way they worshipped Gianna. And every day after school, Gianna and I would go on secret dates and have lots of fun together. And I started developing feelings for her. Then one day, I walked to the girls' bathroom when I caught Wyatt glaring at me. Is something wrong?
I saw you kissing Gianna behind the building. What's that about?
Oh God, you cannot tell anybody about that. Plus, why do you care?
Maybe I like you and want to date you. I've been into you lately. You dress better, you wear more makeup, you're even hotter than Gianna now.
Wyatt took my hand, and at that moment, I realized I didn't like Wyatt anymore. Actually, Wyatt, I'm not interested. I've liked you since forever, and you never appreciated me. In fact, you pretty much ignored me and used me to raise your math grade. I'm with Gianna now, so deal with it. I walked away before Wyatt could answer, and I realized it was the first time I'd actually stood up for myself. But my good feelings lasted for about an hour. When lunch came, I walked into the cafeteria to find everyone on their phones whispering, and Gianna was crying. I ran to her and asked what was wrong.
Wyatt just posted a TikTok telling everyone that we're dating. Did you tell him anything?
DiGiorno fully stuffed crust pizza with an extra layer of cheese. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
This is not how I wanted to come out.
Of course not. He saw us kissing, and because he got jealous, he posted it for revenge.
What do you mean he got jealous? Is there something going on between you two?
Not anymore. I mean, sure, at first I hoped I could win him over by being friends with you and becoming popular.
By being friends with me? You're my girlfriend. Oh my God. You used me, didn't you? You lied to me and made me think that you liked me.
That's not true. After we started dating, I realized I liked you for real.
I don't think I believe you. You're hung up over a guy who's never thought you were good enough for him. And I don't even think you like him. You just wanted his attention and approval because you don't like or respect yourself.
Gianna stormed off, and I burst into tears as I went home. I knew Gianna was right. I didn't like or respect myself. I'd felt like a freak my whole life, but I was so sick of hating myself, and I just couldn't let my own issues ruin my relationship. The next day at school, I went back to dressing the way I usually did. It was who I was, and I bought some flowers for Gianna to apologize. Then I was passing an empty classroom when I saw Wyatt with his friends setting loose poisonous snakes. Oh my God, what are you doing?
So you're back to looking like an emo freak? Just walk away, bubblegum head.
You know what? No, I'm gonna tell the principal about this, unless you post a public apology to me and Gianna on TikTok.
Please, like I'd ever do that.
You leave me no choice then. I snapped a picture of Wyatt setting loose the snakes before he could move, and then I marched out of the classroom and reported him. And to my delight, he got suspended for a week. The news was all over the school, and surprisingly, people were happy about it. They went up to me, thanking me. Wyatt was such a jerk anyway. None of us liked him.
And it was messed up what he did to you and Gianna. As if any of us care that you two are gay.
I couldn't be happier. The best part was, Gianna came up to me after school and accepted my flowers.
I'm glad to see you got a little fire in you, girl. And come to think of it, I don't know why I was so scared of people knowing I'm into girls.
You forget, it's 2022. Plus, didn't you tell me we shouldn't care about what people think of us?
Do I look good, guys? Anything stuck in my teeth? Just let me know in the comments. I really don't trust my assistant. She hates me. See, I was telling a friend one day that my assistant smells like chicken, and I think she overheard. But seriously, I hear bop bop every time she comes close. Wait, if she sees this, she'll start spitting in my food. Director, please cut this part out, okay? Hi, I'm Cece, and I'm a model and Insta blogger from New York. Now, I know many of you are expecting ramen to do a part 2,
And don't get me wrong, I love her. But let me tell you how I'm better than that noodle-loving rapper. She never even told you her real name or where she's from. But I'm an open book. I have no problem disclosing that my full name is Cecilia and... Wait, I'm getting a phone call from the dragon. I mean, my mother. This can't be good. Be right back. Okay, where was I? Yeah, basically, Ramen's busy and her animator got sick and can't do more parts for now. But MSA can't disappoint you, so I stepped up. Now my story will take this lovely animator, and I chose him because he makes his character shake. Like this, see? See, I have a bit of a history with shaking. I love Rihanna and her song, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. But when I was little, I used to hear it as, shake your body like a demon. And I wondered, why would somebody shake their body like a demon? Who has even seen a demon shaking? But you know, I'm just an easygoing girl. I didn't question anything and just continued with my life. The reason why I was a relaxed, easygoing kid was because my parents were jerks. You know, like jerks to the point where you just give up and live your life because you have no other option. I was born in a family of French aristocrats who had moved to the US a long time ago, but my parents still acted like they had sticks up their butts. I lived in a large, dull...
At Accelerate 3D, we use large-size, high-speed 3D printing to help hardware companies bridge the gap between prototype and mass production. That'll work. Windows 11 Pro and Dell computers are what help us achieve our goals.
At Chuck E. Cheese, kids really know how to birthday! And with all you can play birthdays...
mansion where everything was beige, and you guessed it, beige. Any attempts to add color were frowned upon. And then they had all these rules. Keep your voice low, but don't mumble. Sit straight and no elbows on the table. Don't show your teeth when you laugh. You're not a donkey. That's the soup spoon. That's the dessert spoon. Your ancestors must be rolling in their graves saying you eat meat with a fish fork. Jeez, weirdos. Don't you have anything better to do than watching me all day? And wait, let me show you what someone looks like when they laugh without their teeth. I look like a psychopath, right? Even Mom's cat Vivian was a judgmental snob and probably a spy. Once I was playing in the garden and I picked a booger from my nose and stuck it to a sunflower. Come on, it's normal. Kids do this stuff. I know you've done it too. Don't act so cool. And I turned around to find Vivian looking at me like this. So, yeah, I've always been a misfit in this sophisticated family. And it's not that I'm not girly. Actually, I adore fashion. And I always had a magazine tucked in the middle of the literary masterpieces I was forced to read. But I just hadn't grown up to be the classy lady my parents had hoped for. Once in 9th grade, I was shopping at the supermarket with a friend because she wanted to cook something for her boyfriend. Ugh, barf. Boys were all the craze with the girls in 9th grade. I was the only one cool enough not to lose my mind over some boy. I got bored, so I jumped into my friend's shopping cart and told her to run down the aisle with me. We were both laughing like crazy when suddenly she tripped and let the cart go, and I went whizzing straight into a pile of watermelons. When I opened my eyes, I was sure I'd gone to heaven because an angel was looking down at me, halo and all.
Hey, are you okay?
I don't know. Am I dead?
I really hope not. You have to pay for all those watermelons.
And then he smiled. Okay. So I was about to lose my mind over some boy. So sue me. His name was Danny. He was 2 years older, and he worked there part-time as a sales assistant. Our connection was instant, and he asked me out right away. Also, I did pay for the watermelons, but I learned later that the store policy didn't require people to pay for accidents. I think Danny kept the money for himself. And yeah, I didn't question it, because I'm someone who's been shaking her body like a demon for years, and never even questioned that. Anyway, a week later, we were officially together. And you know those first days when you're so in love? The sky is bluer, the grass is greener, the air smells like lavender. My stupid 15-year-old brain was telling me that I'd met my soulmate. We liked the same everything, and I could just be myself around him. My parents didn't approve because he wasn't our class, but I couldn't give a hoot. Danny was perfect. So I really can't pinpoint exactly why or when things began going downhill and the lavender started to rot. Maybe because he started going to university and got too busy, or maybe because someone gave me a modeling offer in the city after seeing my blog. It was a great opportunity for me to enter the fashion world, and I was sure we could make long distance work. Yeah, except that even short distance wasn't working for us now. We were just arguing and getting on each other's nerves all the time. See this picture of Danny? Yeah, that's him as a loser kid. But do you see that annoying half smile? He would smirk just like that when he thought he was right, which was like always. Who wouldn't get annoyed? There were so many little things, like why did he tell so many jokes? Why did he touch his ear so often? Why did he sneeze like a raccoon? Sneeze like a man. But things really escalated when we were out for dinner once and he started eating my fries. Why didn't you just order your own fries?
Because I didn't want fries.
Then Then why are you eating my fries?
I just took a few.
You've eaten half the plate.
You can't share fries with your boyfriend?
This is not about the fries. This is about you. You lied when you said you didn't want any, then you ate mine, and now I'm the bad guy?
Cece, you're acting crazy.
Oh, you want fries? Here, have all of them. The next day, we broke up after 3 years together. And you know the worst part about dating your best friend? When it's all over, you lose your best friend too. But don't worry about me, guys. I took the breakup like a champ. Anyway, I took up the modeling offer and moved to Manhattan right after high school. My parents were very disappointed at my career choices. Surprise, surprise. But I needed to get away from this place, and I just hadn't gone back since. But now, I had just received an invite to a high school reunion. Maybe it was a good excuse to go home. And Danny had moved away, not that it mattered. Yeah, what could go wrong? Oh, Cece, you dumb, silly duck. I didn't realize I'd missed my parents so much till I saw them. Even they seemed kinda happy.
Cecilia, what's the matter? Has the dirty city air destroyed your corneas?
No, Mom, something just went into my eye.
I asked the chef to make your favorite dessert, a strawberry tart.
That's your favorite, Dad. I'm allergic to strawberries, but I appreciate the thought. And man, oh man, did I appreciate my bed. Why had I left this life again? Hard to recall the moment. I was having a great time at the reunion with my old friends when I spotted a stunning brunette in a red dress. You know, the kind of dress that only a very confident girl can pull off and you instantly feel imperfect in every way just by looking at her. Hey, that girl